Today we will be talking about becoming a gardener of your children's souls. A garden is that place on the earth that really reflects the work that you've put in there. If a gardener is committed and if a gardener has skills and goals for a garden, you will notice that it is well planted, beautiful plants and flowers or vegetables or fruit, whatever you've planted. It will be orderly, it will have no weeds, it will have a lot of productivity because it has been nourished and fertilized. And I want you to think about becoming a gardener of your children's souls. Because when a mother is skillful at saying, I want my children to have experiences in life so that they will be familiar with every walk of life, so that they will have opportunities the rest of their life to draw from what I have put into their life. Sometimes I used to picture my children's soul as a treasure chest. And I would think, what can I put into that treasure chest so that the rest of their lives, as they are living life, they will have experiences to draw from, wisdom to know about, skills that they were taught in my home. When I was living in Vienna, there was this beautiful garden in the Belvedere Palace. It was a rose garden. And it became a picture to me of what I wanted to have my children's souls become like. It had been so cared for and fertilized and watered and protected that it was a delight to all who came by this precious garden. And so that's what I'm talking about. But what does it mean to be a gardener of your children's souls? I love Proverbs 24, verses 3 and 4. It says, by wisdom a house is built, by understanding it is established, and by knowledge the rooms are filled with all pleasant and precious riches. Really, this whole aspect of becoming a gardener of our children's souls is us cultivating and enriching our children's lives. I realized that when my children left my home, I wanted them to be comfortable in the presence of kings, or humble and gentle in the presence of paupers. I also realized that the more experiences they had, the more able they would be to be in many situations and have confidence. First of all, one of the things that we need to do for our children is to cultivate real skills. Again, when I lived in Austria when I was very young, they had wonderful breads. They had whole grain chewy bread. They had Simmels that were these Kaiser rolls that were white and very crisp, but after a day they weren't crisp anymore. But I missed having just sandwich bread. And so I just looked in a cookbook. I thought, I wonder if bread is really hard to make. And so that's where my love for bread making came from, out of wanting a normal piece of bread that I was familiar with from America that I could make and use for toast or sandwiches. And over the years, I became much more skillful at making bread. I started studying different books, and I learned what makes bread softer if you use whole grain, whole wheat flour. And I would eventually buy my own mill. I ground the flour, and I learned that if you put milk or oatmeal or vitamin C or eggs into bread, it makes it lighter. So I came up with my own recipe. And I eventually could make 6 loaves at a time. And sometimes I would make pizza dough, and sometimes I would make dinner rolls, and sometimes I would make focaccia bread, and sometimes I would make herb onion bread. But this was a skill that always made me feel good. Because no matter what else was going on in my life, if everything was falling apart, if I went down and made bread, this beautiful 6 loaves of bread, cinnamon rolls for birthday breakfast, I always felt good about myself. I've done something today. So I began to determine what were some skills I wanted my children to have. I wanted my girls and my boys to learn how to make bread because it was such a fun and healthy thing for us to do. I wanted all of my children to have the skills for hospitality. And so at a very early age, we began inviting people over to our home systematically. I would have them all help me civilize the house. I would have them help me set the tables, and I would have a child who would be assigned to go to the door and greet someone and say, welcome to our house, we're so happy to have you. Then I would assign another child a skill of learning to engage in people's lives, taking the initiative. So I would say you need to think of 2 questions that you're going to ask at the dinner table tonight. I would have another child serve. Because something I've noticed is that very, very few people have this relational skill where they're comfortable with people, where they engage. As a matter of fact, how many times have you come home from a dinner party or from church or from an event and not one person has initiated asking you a question? It's so nice for people to ask you a question. So cultivating real skills are skills at relationship, skills at chores, learning how to organize a house, learning how to mow the lawn, learning how to balance a checkbook, learning how to use a computer in order to create your own invitation, your own website, using your children in events to take photographs, and learning how to do photographs better, learning how to do real things that can bless them, learning how to write their own poetry. We would have poetry nights on occasion around Valentine's Day, and the children would write their poems, and then we would have a night where they would talk about their poems. Whatever it is, when you give a child skills, sometimes you might have to provide them with lessons. We decided that one of the ways we wanted to enrich our children's lives was that no matter what, we wanted them to love music and to know how to play or sing music. So every child was required to take at least 1 year of music on an instrument. When we had the opportunity, we would put our children into choirs or allow them to develop the skills of performance by putting them in a drama camp or a drama class. Whenever we would have our conferences during the year, we would always have our children have to stand up in front of the audience to do at least one thing. Welcome, we're so glad you're here. To recite a poem they'd memorized. My son Nathan did big stage illusion. He did some magic tricks because he learned how to do these tricks and use the gospel by sharing the gospel. He would do little children's birthday parties to make money. Joel would compose a song on his guitar. Sarah would compose a song on the piano and play. Why did we do this? Why did we give our children practice at skills? Because we believed that all people who become Christians need to become communicators. And so when we decided that, we said we need to give them practice at being communicators, practice at hospitality so they'll be comfortable, practice at working hard so they'll be good workers at a job. So the first thing we want to do is give them practice at cultivating real skills, cooking, making bread, decorating. The second thing that we decided that we wanted our children to have in their souls was giving them the opportunity to have real live experience and real life experiences. I realized that if my children just lived in one place their whole lives, that would be a fine experience, but I wanted them to understand that God wasn't just an American who had their values. And so when they were tiny, if we found out there was a wonderful musician coming to town or a wonderful play, a classical play, we would take our children, we would dress them up and take them to hear the classical music. I remember the way that we started was that on 4th of July, one of the symphonies in Denver would always have a symphony out in the park so they could sit on the blanket with us. And before we went, we would read to them. If it was going to be Mozart or Beethoven, we would get them a little book and read to them about the life of this composer. And then we would say, listen and describe what the music sounds like that this composer is doing. And of course, while they're sitting in a blanket eating fried chicken under the stars, they learn to love classical music, even though they love every genre of music now.